forklift driver. What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Dream Build Home series. As you guys saw in the previous episode, we have finally had some capping done to the roof of our house, which is super exciting, and we have way more updates coming in this video. Since the last episode, we've actually had a really exciting delivery, which you can probably see behind me right there. This is actually our cladding. As you guys know, our house is a timber frame house. It's actually a SIPS house, and because of that, we actually have to clad the entire exterior with whatever finish we like. So we've opted for a composite cladding that looks like wood for the majority of this part here, and then this part, as you guys know, will be kind of like a brick finish. So this week we've had the delivery from Neo Timber, which is an engineered composite wood, and these are the details in case you guys are wondering which kind of style we went for. As you see, we have lots of that right here. We also have more of it over here, so I'll be able to show you guys more close up as to what it will look like. Essentially, this is what the color looks like. It's a really nice kind of natural wood, kind of like a walnut wood. These pieces are actually the soffit pieces, meaning that they go on the underneath of the roof overhang. So basically all of that area there, and then also this area here. It'll also go underneath our balconies, so that's going to be really, really nice. As for the actual exterior, on the top part of the long wing, so all of those like silver pieces you see there, we're going to have this cladding right here. It's going to be a little bit tricky to show you guys, but this is actually like a 3D sort of slatted look, and these cladding pieces come in really, really thin bits like this. They all kind of butt up together with the tongue and groove, and we have so much of it. So that's basically what we're going to be getting up to this week, so let's get to it. Right guys, so today we have been slowly battening the front of the house. As you can see, we have the counter battens so that we are all ready for the cladding, which we're basically starting to work on now. Here are the first pieces of cladding we have just cut to size. It's looking good. Matt is carrying more now. We're just going to be cutting them on the saw. So around the back of the house here, I don't really show you guys this side of the elevation of the house, like anywhere near as much as I show you the front, but essentially what we've been doing today is we've been putting on the soffit upstairs. It's looking really, really good, and the soffit actually matches the cladding color, so I think it's going to look really great and cohesive. We've also just leveled in this horizontal batten right here because the cladding upstairs essentially stops halfway across the building there, and then over here we'll be having a different finish, which will probably be like aluminium. So we kind of had to like level out a very straight line from there to there, which is like a 20-meter distance, so it's quite easy for it to get a bit wibbly and wobbly. So we've been using this laser level to make sure everything is nice and straight. This is how the soffit has been looking until today, when we have started to clad it over here. I think it looks really nice against the black like fascia. It's definitely a bit of a contrast. All right, first bit of cladding is about to go on. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, this is gonna look so good. After a few days of cladding the backside of the house, we finally made it to the corner of the long wing, which literally felt so monumental. I was honestly counting down the days until we were finally able to get to the front of the house and start cladding there. All right guys, so today's the day that we are working on the cladding on the front upper part of the long wing of the house, which is so exciting because the back is basically all finished. As you can see behind the glue lamp right there, there's a corner piece which will then return up to the black metal. And by the way, the black metal is almost finished on the atrium area of the hallway as well. The piece at the top is actually missing. The guys cut it a little bit too short, so we're gonna come back and make it right, which is good. And yeah, this is basically how it's looking so far. This is actually the back of the house, and essentially this is how it's going to look on the front as well. That black aluminium looks so good against the cladding. I think it all looks really, really cool. whilst we were up close and personal with the glue lamps while cladding the front of the house, we actually noticed the glue lamps were starting to look a little worn for wear. They were treated at the factory whilst they were made, but obviously whatever was on it was long gone by this point, and the wood really started to fade and go moldy. So we decided it was best to paint them with a wood preserver just until we can get around to covering them with the aluminium. Good morning everyone. Today we have a really exciting day ahead of us. It is 8 in the morning, we're up bright and early. It's a very gloomy day, but that's okay because today we have our brick slips being finally delivered. We're actually about to have 2 shipping containers up in this house and I am just so excited. Matt is over there trying to work out how to drive this bloody telehandler that we have hired to actually offload the bricks. Here he is learning how to drive it and offload stuff as well. Now, I don't actually remember if I ever told you guys the story behind these bricks. These are essentially what are arriving today, some corner pieces and also just the regular ones. But these bricks are actually coming all the way from Turkey. We really wanted a very similar brick but much darker from a retailer in the UK, and they just were way too out of budget for us. So when we found a very similar looking brick with a similar color that was literally like half the price from Turkey, we obviously went for these. So basically today we have pallets and pallets of these arriving in 2 shipping containers. It's gonna be a long day. Also, I don't think I ever showed you guys the finished painted glue lamps. This is what they're looking like, and I actually feel like they look really, really good. I always feel like we could leave it as is, but I don't really want to have wood like exposed like this for many years, just because, you know, it is high maintenance. You do have to repaint it every few years. So we are still going to clad it with the black aluminium, kind of like the top of the roof there, but this is just to kind of protect it and just waterproof it even more in time for winter. Here comes the lorry. I'm surprised it actually made it up here because it is a very heavy container. Okay, it's made it up. Yay! There's all our bricks. Well, half of it anyway. Quick side note, because it is literally getting so dark so quickly now, it's like dark by like 4 or 5 p.m. these days, I thought it'd be really nice to upgrade the kind of like lighting around and inside my tiny home. As you can see, my Japanese garden is looking very sad now. All the leaves have basically almost dropped off. This one is still hanging on, as is that one, but they probably will go soon. But yeah, it's just really nice to be able to have some lighting up some of the branches in the winter, because they still are a really cool feature. I had these old ones that I got for free from Facebook Marketplace and they stopped working, which I was really sad about. So I actually thought I would upgrade, and I got these really nice ones from Govey. These are actually very kindly gifted by Govey, which I'm so excited about because they sent me so much stuff. They sent me these floodlights, which actually in a pack you get 4. So I'm gonna have so much lighting all around the tiny home, which is gonna be great and really cozy. So let's open one up. Ooh, they look really, really smart. Look at that. This literally goes perfect with like the whole exterior of the tiny house, isn't it? I guess let's set them up and see what they look like. They're actually RGB as well, so they're lots of different colors. So I've ran the cable, I plugged it into my outside socket, and they basically just plug in like this. Ooh, they look pretty good. They're very like diffused. I like that. And then you just stick it in the ground and then you can point it up. And obviously you can't really see it right now because it's daytime, but I will show you guys how these look at night as well. So this is how the lights are looking now in the dark. I just love the way it lights up my trees. I do also have the option to change the colors literally at our finger's touch. It is so freaking cool. It's got so many different modes, and it also has these scenes, which I think is one of the coolest feature. You can just press it and it'll automatically basically do a little light show for you. There's lots of different presets you can set it to, but yeah, it just feels so fun. There's even Christmas presets, which I just love so much. As for indoors, I got this LED strip, which is actually a cob strip, meaning that all the LED lights are very, very close together, so it gets that really seamless transition between the colors, and you can also cut it to size. I cannot wait to see what this will be like, because this is my first time trying a cob strip. My idea is to use this for around the TV to kind of have like a backlit TV. I always love the look of that. Look at how seamlessly the colors transition, and you can't even see any singular LED strips at all. So I really, really like this. It's a very flexible profile too. So I'm just going to hook it behind my TV, and it should give a really nice glow. Okay, so it's all in place. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. It's such an easy way to like upgrade a tiny home and have a little bit of like that cozy vibe without having to buy any new like decor or furniture. So I'm so happy that I installed this. All right guys, so I have climbed up to the mound. As you can see, there's literally so many like weeds and brambles over here. But I thought this would be a really great vantage point to finish the video off at. And as you can see, this is how the house is looking right now, up to date. I feel like it's really come a long way in literally like a matter of weeks, which has been so crazy to see. It's been very rewarding, but also hard work. Now that the bricks have arrived, hopefully in the next episode, we're gonna be getting on with some of those. We're gonna be putting them onto the building, which is obviously the other side of the house. And also we'll be boarding out our balconies, which is gonna be so much fun. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Mwah.